the player Dermott Brereton hated the most. He almost ended his career. In the heart of Australian football's most brutal arena, where legends are forged in blood and unyielding will, one vicious collision stood as a testament to raw enmity. What if the player you despised most nearly shattered your body and your dreams, only to immortalize your unbreakable spirit? Picture the Melbourne Cricket Ground on that fateful September day in 1989, the air thick with anticipation as Hawthorn and Geelong faced off in the VFL Grand Final, a clash of titans where premiership glory hung by a thread and personal vendettas simmered beneath the surface. Dermott Brereton, Hawthorn's charismatic and fearsome forward, strode onto the field like a gladiator, his presence alone intimidating opponents. But little did he know that Geelong's rugged defender, Mark Yeates, harbored a grudge that would explode in seconds. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Sport Talk content. The rivalry between these two clubs was already legendary, with Hawthorn chasing back-to-back flags and Geelong desperate to dethrone them. Their coach, Malcolm Blight, whispering strategies of controlled aggression to unsettle the Hawks' key players. As the siren wailed and the ball was bounced, time seemed to slow. The crowd of over 94,000 held its collective breath, banners waving like battle flags, while players positioned themselves for the opening salvo. Then, in a blur of fury, Mark Yeates charged from the wing like a freight train, his eyes locked on Brereton, who was innocently contesting near the center square, unaware of the impending storm. The impact was thunderous, Yeates' shoulder slamming into Brereton's midsection with bone-crushing force, sending the Hawk star crumpling to the turf, face first, his body convulsing in agony as ribs cracked and internal organs recoiled. The stadium erupted in a cacophony of gasps and roars, Hawthorn teammates rushing to his aid while Geelong players stood firm. The umpires struggling to contain the brewing melee, as Brereton lay there, vision blurring, pain radiating like fire through his chest. Miraculously, Brereton rose, defying the agony of fractured ribs and a lacerated kidney, spitting defiance as he waved off trainers, his face a mask of grim determination that silenced doubters and ignited his team's fire. He staggered back into position, kicking 2 crucial goals in the first quarter despite the torment. Each step a battle against his body's betrayal, the crowd's cheers swelling into a symphony of awe for this warrior's resolve. The hit wasn't random. It was retribution. Earlier that season, Brereton had dominated Yeates, leaving the cat seething, and Blight's plan gave him the green light to even the score, fair by the era's brutal standards, but devastating in its execution. As the game unfolded into one of footy's bloodiest spectacles, with injuries mounting on both sides, Brereton's perseverance became the emotional core, his every involvement a reminder that hatred on the field could fuel extraordinary heroism. Word of the collision spread like wildfire post-game, replayed endlessly on television, dissected in newspapers, and debated in pubs across the nation, turning Yeates into a villain in Hawthorn lore and Brereton into a symbol of indomitable spirit. Social media wasn't around then, but fan letters and radio calls poured in, some condemning Yeates' aggression, others praising the raw passion that defined Aussie rules in the 80s, a time when physicality bordered on warfare. Historically, this moment marked the end of an era, the last of the violent grand finals, as rules tightened afterward to protect players, but it deepened the Hawthorn-Geelong rivalry, a feud laced with respect and lingering resentment. Brereton's injury was no mere bruise. Doctors later revealed it could have been career-ending, or worse, life-threatening, with blood in his urine at halftime kept secret to avoid being pulled from the fray. This incident whispers truths about humanity's dual nature, the capacity for calculated vengeance and the resilience to rise above it, teaching us that in sports, as in life, our greatest adversaries often reveal our deepest strengths. Brereton's hatred for Yeates burned hot in that moment, a visceral response to a hit that nearly stole his livelihood, yet it underscored the values of toughness and loyalty that define true champions. Reflecting on such clashes, we see how they strip away pretense, exposing raw emotion and the fragile line between competition and destruction, inspiring generations to embrace adversity with grace. In the grand tapestry of footy heritage, Brereton's story reminds us that legacies aren't built on easy victories, but on the scars that tell tales of unyielding heart and forgiveness earned through time. If you want SEO description plus tags, hashtags, or a YouTube quiz version, or short form, just say, convert this into course.